Spider-Man doesn't even stop the Vulture. Vulture's suit blows up, and that's what stops him. I would argue he does stop the Vulture. He stops the Vulture because the Vulture wants to steal from the moving day jet from Avengers Tower, and Spider-Man intervening is the only thing that stops that, and Vulture is unsuccessful because of this intervention. So I would argue that Spider-Man did stop the Vulture. He might not have beat the Vulture in a fight necessarily, but he did stop the Vulture from doing his evil plan.
Agreed. 100% agree. I think he stopped the Vulture, but most audiences didn't want to see him stop the Vulture. They wanted to see him beat the Vulture. The Vulture had already beat him twice, and you want that. I want that. I wanted him to stop the Vulture, look at the Vulture, say, I stopped you, and I didn't need anything else. And then the Vulture's like, did you really stop me if you haven't beat me? And then he beats the Vulture and saying, I don't need anything but myself.
I would say that the Vulture surprise attacks him, drops him, and really he didn't even get a chance to fight back the initial time. His suit shoots out a parachute, which drops him and then traps him when he gets into the river. So I wouldn't consider that a fight necessarily. And then the second time, he doesn't necessarily get beat by the Vulture. The gun goes off and literally chops the boat in half, and Spider-Man now has to deal with that so the Vulture can get away. Vulture's suit blows up, and that's what stops him. True. But I think if we have a problem with this, then we should also have a problem with Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi. Here's why. In Spider-Man 2, Doc Ock beats Spider-Man after he saves the runaway train, exerting a ton of energy, and in Homecoming, he saves the city by diverting the jet from the outside by like jamming the rudders and everything. And then he is in the plane crash. Like he doesn't jump off at the last second. He's straight up in a plane crash. Okay. And then after all that, the Vulture is able to beat a weakened Spider-Man. But in the end, Spider-Man is still able to save the Vulture from his own actions, which usually in the Raimi movies, the villain's own actions would lead to their demise, with Spider-Man unable to save them. Basically 3 movies, 3 for 3.
Sure.